When Lindsay Gerard sends her kids to school, she knows it's a given that if they misbehave, they'll likely face consequences.
Everything has to be fair no matter what the situation, race, or age is.
But a new study from Brown University in collaboration with Princeton finding the reality is that discipline in many classrooms is anything but fair, with punishments often unequal and cutting along racial lines. Looking at 5,000 elementary students across the country, researchers concluded African American students are 4 times more likely to be suspended or expelled than their white counterparts. How disturbing was this finding to you?
It was extraordinarily disturbing, and I really didn't want to believe it.
Perhaps even more jaw-dropping, researchers found teachers' responses to black students' behavior versus white students account for about half of that racial gap, far more than other factors like socioeconomic background or school policies.
Even if you have black and white students in the same schools with the same types of behavior problems, African American students are still substantially more likely to be suspended or expelled.
Brown Assistant Sociology Professor Jayanti Owens, who helped run the study, says the ripple effect of this bias can be tremendous.
There's higher rates of school dropout, as well as greater interaction with the criminal justice system later on.
Obviously, that's not okay.
Gerard's kids attend school in Cumberland. She finds these numbers alarming.
As far as my personal experience, like with my children and everything, I haven't seen any unfair treatment, but if they are doing that, it needs to be stopped.
So what should local schools do? First, Owens cautions don't rush to blame teachers.
We all have our own biases in various ways.
She suggests schools introduce alternatives to suspension, but stresses each district should have the power to decide what solution works for them.
Is this going to be a matter of instituting a sort of bias training? Is it about creating a program to increase trust between students and teachers? Is it about reforming the school discipline system?
It should be a no-brainer to have a workshop for something like this.
And Owens says it's crucial that parents advocate for their kids.
The takeaway for parents of color is to not be afraid to reach out to their teachers and to their school administrators and to ask for more information about what exactly is going on, how they can be involved in helping their student.
Now, one big question I had about all of this was, does the race of the teacher have an impact on how different students will be disciplined? Turns out that's what this study will look at next. But Professor Owens tells me other research suggests that suspension rates for black students are lower when the teacher is also African American. In the newsroom, I'm John Krinjak, ABC 6 News.